front-to-back albums there is. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, I don't know. We're a borderline top 100 in my opinion. Santana, Supernatural, the later stuff. It's down on the list. It's probably, after 100 for sure. Not a big fan of Santana. I recognize how good of a player he was. Pearl Jam 10's probably top 50 for sure. They got him at 20. Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy at 19. Maybe top 100 for me, probably after top 60 or 70. The Doors, great album. Again, top 100, more on the 60 to 70 range, probably in that ring. Metallica's Metallica album, that had Enter Sandman and all that. Great album. That would be ranked lower, and Master of Puppets would be ranked higher, in my opinion. And Injustice for All would be ranked way later. Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. Everybody likes this album. It's just so long, and I don't know how great of an album it is. There's Kashmir and then a bunch of other stuff on there. Maybe in the top 100, but not in the top 20 for sure. AC/DC, Back in Black. I would rank this a top 10 album, maybe top 5 album. They got them at number 15. 22 million copies sold. 22 million copies sold from a bunch of Australian ugly men. That shows how talented that band was. At number 14, Nirvana, Nevermind. That would be ranked lower than Back in Black, but not much. That's a top 10 album as well. Probably around number 6, 7, or 8. Again, no Chili Peppers in this thing, and I think Blood Sugar Sex Magic should be ranked ahead of a lot of this stuff here. The Beatles, Rubber Soul at 13. Sure, we're going to give the Beatles top something. Pink Floyd, The Wall is in the top 5, and they got them ranked at 12. Led Zeppelin 2, don't like that album a whole lot. I would put that, if it makes top 100s at the tail end, definitely not top 10 album. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, top 20 album for sure, great album. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, top 50 album in my book, not ranked 8. Michael Jackson, Thriller, definitely one of the best albums of all time. Number 6, Beatles, Revolver, and whatever. The Beatles are great. Love the album. Top 40 for me, probably. Not ranked at number 6. The Beatles' White Album. I didn't like this one as much as the Revolver. I think that one would be top 100, but definitely not ranked number 5 in my book. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Come Bland, another Beatles. You can see this guy has some nostalgia to him. Again, maybe top 100 for me, but definitely not number 4. Number 3, Led Zeppelin 4. Great Led Zeppelin album. The best one they put out. This one's probably top 15, maybe top 20 at best. Notice we haven't had any Van Halen on here either. Van Halen 1984 was a pretty darn good album, and I would have put this somewhere towards the end of the top 100. Abbey Road by the Beatles at number 2. Great album. That's probably top 10 for me. It's just what a fabulous album. And Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, you can't beat that. Definitely top 10, top 12 album. It sold 15 million, not as much as AC/DC with the 22 million, but it was on the charts for like forever. I think it's like 937 weeks it was on the Billboard charts. Incredible. We got to take a quick break, folks. We went long. We'll have a short segment talking about Infinity War right after this. Smoke them if you got them.
Because the John Lebang Show will be right back
after this.
That's guaranteed. Yes.
Pane in the Glass, commercial and residential window cleaning. For a beautiful, sparkling shine that's crystal clear, call Pane in the Glass Window Cleaning. You can find them on Facebook at Pane in the Glass. Quality One Painting. For interior and exterior painting needs, call Tom at Quality One, 313-982-2986. Tom will give you free estimates, senior discounts, and I can tell you from meeting the gentleman, he's one of the nicest guys on the face of the planet. So for a quality paint job with a professional attitude, call Tom at Quality One Painting. That's 313-982-2986. 313-982-2986. Quality One Painting.
You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
Join the radio revolution right here.
It's better than some good Thai stick, man. Yes, I would like some too.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we're going to give you a short segment, we went really long in that top 100 albums. It just went crazy with it. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it was interesting. Maybe you caught on to a couple albums you haven't heard of before, and maybe you'll give it a listen because somebody thinks some albums are worthy of top 100 status. So I've been thinking about things after the Infinity War movie experience. I went a couple times now, and trying to wonder how they're going to get everybody back. And I'm just, they got a Spider-Man movie coming up, but Peter Parker's gone. And then they've got such a successful franchise with Black Panther. You would think they wouldn't want to just get rid of the guy, or get rid of the character, I should say. So I've been theory crafting over the past week or so on what's going to happen in Avengers 4. How are they going to restore things, or how are they going to defeat Thanos, or what is the storyline involving? How do you get these characters that were blown away in dust? How do you get them back? So I'm thinking maybe they're going to get the gauntlet, but I don't know if that's possible. How are you going to get the gauntlet away from Thanos? He's already shown that he can beat everybody fairly easy without trying. The only one that gave him any difficulty was Thor when he stabbed that axe through his chest, right in the heart too. Unless Thanos' heart is somewhere else, because you never know with these aliens where their heart is, if they had a heart. So I was thinking that maybe they're going to find a way to restore reality. Because I keep thinking you can't just reverse time in the whole universe, because I think that would be what we saw in the movie is that the time stone works wherever the holder of the time stone is at. It works in that location. And Thanos didn't erase the people from time because nobody would have remembered that those people faded away. If that was the case, there would be no memory of them. So he didn't erase these people from time. So going back in time using the time stone doesn't seem like it's going to work with the scenario. I think it's going to have something to do with reality. Unless they decide to go back in time before all these events happen and try to gather the stones for themselves. If you go back to the first Avenger movie, you have 2 stones on Earth with Loki's staff and the Tesseract. So they already had 2. Plus, they know in the future that Doctor Strange is going to acquire the Time Stone, because the order that Strange is a part of are the holders of the Time Stone. So that really puts 3 stones in their hands. So that would mean they would only have to collect the 3 more. They're already there. So maybe they're going to go back in time to collect the stones, not to change the past through time travel, but to reset everything through. Don't let it get to the point where Thanos can change everything. That might be one scenario. But the other is they get the reality stone and they reset reality, bringing everybody back. But does that mean the people who are dead, like Gamora and Loki and Heimdall, does that mean they come back? And I don't think so. I think if they do use the time stone or change reality back to normal, it's going to happen from the point before the snap or right before the snapping on. That's what it's going to change. Those people will just be restored. I could be wrong. We're theory crafting here. Well, we have a few minutes left in the show. Another situation is they just let those characters not come back. And they pass the torch on to Miles Morales, who is a Spider-Man character in the comic books. They establish Miles Morales, so maybe there's a possibility that we're going to see Miles Morales take on the mantle of Spider-Man in the next Spider-Man movie, because we know there's a Spider-Man movie. As far as the Black Panther is concerned, it's very possible that they're going to pass it on to Shuri if they don't want to bring T'Challa back. Shuri was the Black Panther in the comic books. I should have a spoiler alert here. I'm sorry if I am ruining anything, but it's about a month now. If you haven't seen Infinity War, that's your bad. Don't wait on me to not talk about it, because there's a lot of cool things that could happen in the next movie. And we're in the variety hour. So we're going to talk about other things besides what's in the news. So it's possible that in the Black Panther movie, Shuri takes on the mantle of Black Panther. In the Spider-Man movie, Miles Morales somehow takes on the mantle of Spider-Man. I'm not sure what they're going to do about the Doctor Strange situation. He is so important to the Avengers going forward, especially if they are to somehow acquire all the Infinity Stones in the past. That would lead into a Illuminati movie. And if you're not familiar with that, in the comic books, there's a hidden group called the Illuminati, and that was Black Panther, that was Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, Captain America, Iron Man, a couple other characters that you may not know. But these characters, they did things behind the scenes, and they each, if I'm not mistaken, had a Infinity Stone at one time or another. Like, they each held one. And maybe that's where they're headed with the MCU. Because I don't know, I'm not one of the ones that believes they're brave enough to kill off Cap or Iron Man. Maybe they will, and that'll be a sad day if they do. But I think, they're money makers. Captain America, Chris Evans, you can't replace him. You just find a way to pay the guy. And if you don't want to do another Captain America movie, which Secret Wars would be just the best Captain America movie, that's where Captain America becomes Hydra. And I'm not going to ruin it from there, but he becomes the bad guy. And they've reintroduced the Red Skull into the Marvel Universe again. So that would be incredible if that storyline took place. As far as Iron Man, I think Robert Downey Jr. is fine being the second actor in any movie. He's fine with that. And maybe you don't have to. You really do not have to have another Iron Man movie. You can have him in a future Spider-Man movie or maybe a Captain Marvel movie in the future. Because there is room there for Civil War II, which happened in the comic books. And it was pretty much between Iron Man and Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. And they're introducing her. And what's her role going to be in Infinity War? And we know we got the Ant-Man movie. I'm wondering if at the end of that movie it ties in with Infinity War and like half of Lang's family or all of his family disappears. His daughter. There's a lot going to happen in these next 3 movies for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's quite intriguing. I'd like to talk more about it, but guess what? We're up against it this week. We've blown through 2 hours. That's what happens when we take a short break and give you a special, and then we come back. We've got a lot to talk about, and we can't all fit it in. So we're going to have to fit it in and more next week. So don't forget to tune into that. I'd like to thank all of my affiliate stations for supporting the John Lebang Show. Please go to our website. That's www.jlebang.com and check out what we have to offer there. Lots of cool things going on there. You'll always be updated on what's happening with us, what shows you might have missed. You can tune into those, get the archives, maybe join in a game, or become one of our future contestants on one of our game shows. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you, the listener. And until the vibrations of my vocal cords reach your ears again, this is John Lebang, signing off from the Banger Studios. See you next week.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Tune in again next week. Same time, Same space, same station.
Resistance